Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Yellowstone fans are still fuming after waste of Jamie Dutton in final season. Yellowstone fans were furious as Jamie Dutton took a back seat in the final episodes of the latest season. Fans had anticipated that following the death of the family's patriarch John Dutton, the rest of the season would focus on Jamie, especially given his conflict with his sister Beth. Instead, Jamie tried to take himself away from any wrongdoing linked to Sarah Atwood, but in a huge twist, Beth confronted him at his home armed with a tire iron and bear spray. This confrontation led to Jamie being killed in a fierce fight. Disgruntled Yellowstone viewers have since taken to social media to voice their anger over Jamie's lack of screen time, saying actor Wes Bentley deserved so much better. One admirer posted on Reddit, "He's a terrific actor, did what he could with the role." Another fan remarked, "Yeah, what a waste of talent in the last 2 seasons." Echoing this sentiment, another said, "Wes is a fantastic actor who deserved so much better than the storylines they gave Jamie in this show." Meanwhile, another viewer noted, "Before Yellowstone, I always viewed Wes Bentley mostly for his role in American Beauty, but this is easily his #1 role now." Wes' portrayal of complex characters has garnered a dedicated fan base, with a viewer expressing, "I always liked Wes Bentley as an actor, but I absolutely love him now. He made Jamie someone I could root for despite serious flaws and bad deeds." The fan further added, "He's done it with other characters too, but it was something else with Jamie. I can't wait to see what he does next." Wes is known for his work in hits like Yellowstone, American Beauty, The Hunger Games, Interstellar, and American Horror Story. He currently doesn't have any new projects on the horizon, while his Yellowstone co-stars gear up for a sequel without him. Yellowstone fans were also furious with the show's final episode, which many said was the worst finale in television history. As fans had expected, Case Dutton sold the ranch to its rightful owners, the Broken Rock Indians. Elsewhere in the episode, Beth and her husband Rip Wheeler bought a new ranch after she killed her brother. The finale caused outrage among viewers, with many flocking to X to share their disappointment. "Dumb ending #Yellowstone #Yellowstone TV, one fan fumed as another blasted, "That was probably the worst final season in television history." One person even suggested the Yellowstone finale was worse than the controversial Game of Thrones ending. It is official. Game of Thrones is no longer the worst final season of any TV show ever. Yellowstone has taken that award. What a disaster of a final season. The air was crisp in Montana, the Dutton Ranch sprawling beneath the expansive sky. Yet for all its rugged beauty, there was a tension, a simmering dissatisfaction, rippling through fans of Yellowstone, echoing from living rooms to online forums and everywhere in between. For years, Jamie Dutton, the black sheep of the Dutton family, had been one of the most polarizing characters on the show. He was the prodigal son, the scapegoat, and the political pawn, perpetually caught between his thirst for approval and his desperate need to carve out an identity beyond the shadow of his domineering father, John Dutton. Jamie's storyline was a tragic dance, teetering on the edge of redemption and ruin. Fans loved to hate him, but deep down, they cared about him. He was the ticking time bomb they couldn't look away from. But in the final season, that ticking bomb fizzled out, leaving fans with a bitter taste of disappointment. A character full of potential, Jamie's arc had all the makings of a Shakespearean tragedy: a son betrayed, a man haunted by secrets, and a brother at war with his sister. His political ambition set him apart from the rugged cowboys and ranchers around him, and his legal expertise made him indispensable to the family business, whether they wanted to admit it or not. The adoption twist added another layer of complexity. Jamie's discovery that he wasn't a biological Dutton, but rather the son of a murderer taken in out of obligation, sent shockwaves through his identity. It was a gut-wrenching revelation that could have propelled the character to new heights of self-awareness, or pushed him further into the darkness. Instead, the final season left him spinning his wheels, a tragic figure reduced to a narrative afterthought. "It's like they forgot Jamie was even part of the story," one fan lamented on social media. All that build-up, all those layers to his character, and for what? A half-baked conclusion? Sidelined in the name of drama. The final season was brimming with drama, from Beth's relentless schemes to John's fight to preserve the ranch. But somewhere in the chaos, Jamie's storyline felt like an afterthought. His once central role in the family's legal and political battles was overshadowed by other plot lines that seemed to take precedence, leaving his character dangling in narrative limbo. "He's the guy you love to hate, but that's the thing, you still care about him," another fan posted. "We wanted to see him either rise above his demons or get completely consumed by them. Instead we got nothing." Jamie's rivalry with Beth, once a fiery and compelling subplot, became stagnant. Their exchanges, which used to crackle with tension, felt repetitive and one-dimensional. Fans had been anticipating a climactic showdown between the two siblings, but the final season failed to deliver the catharsis they craved. Missed opportunities. The missed opportunities in Jamie's arc were glaring. For one, his political career, once a cornerstone of the show, was left to wither. As Montana's Attorney General, Jamie had the power to influence the fate of the Dutton Ranch, yet his role in the family's battles dwindled to the sidelines. Fans had hoped to see Jamie leverage his position, either as a ruthless antagonist or a surprising ally. Instead, his character seemed to drift aimlessly, a pawn in a game where he was once a key player. And then there was the question of his moral compass. Jamie's decisions, often self-serving and morally ambiguous, were a source of endless debate among fans. Would he find redemption? Would he embrace his darker instincts and become the ultimate villain? The show flirted with these possibilities but ultimately left them unresolved, much to the frustration of viewers who had invested in his journey. The fallout. As the credits rolled on the final season, fans were left with a sense of unfinished business. Jamie's story didn't just end, it fizzled out, leaving a void where there should have been closure. "Jamie deserved better," one fan wrote. "He was complex, flawed, and fascinating. They built him up as this pivotal character, only to waste him in the end." Others pointed out the broader implications of his lackluster arc. "It's not just about Jamie," another viewer argued. "It's about what his story represents. Yellowstone is supposed to be about family, legacy, and the choices we make. Ignoring Jamie's journey undermines all of that. What could have been?" As fans continue to dissect the final season, theories abound about how Jamie's story could have been handled differently. Some argue that he should have fully embraced his villainous side, becoming the ultimate adversary to John and Beth. A power struggle between Jamie and his family, with the fate of the ranch hanging in the balance, could have provided the dramatic fireworks the final season lacked. Others suggest a redemption arc, where Jamie finally steps out of his father's shadow and carves out a legacy of his own. Perhaps he could have used his legal expertise to outmaneuver market equities or found a way to reconcile with Beth, bringing a sense of closure to their tumultuous relationship. And then there are those who wanted to see Jamie's secrets come back to haunt him. The murder of his biological father, Garrett Randall, was a major turning point in Jamie's story, yet the fallout was never fully explored. Fans had hoped to see the skeleton in Jamie's closet resurface, forcing him to confront the consequences of his actions. The legacy of Jamie Dutton. Despite the disappointment of the final season, Jamie Dutton remains one of Yellowstone's most memorable characters. His journey, though incomplete, captured the complexity of family dynamics, the weight of expectations, and the struggle for identity. For all the frustration fans feel about the wasted potential of his character, there's no denying the impact he had on the show. Love him or hate him, Jamie Dutton was a character who made you feel something, and that's a testament to the strength of his portrayal. As fans continue to debate his arc, one thing is clear. Jamie's story may have ended, but the conversation about his character is far from over. Maybe that's the point, one fan mused. Jamie's story was messy and unresolved, just like real life. It's frustrating, sure, but it's also what makes him so unforgettable. In the end, the true tragedy of Jamie Dutton isn't his fate on the show. It's the missed opportunity to give his character the conclusion he deserved. Let me know if you'd like me to tweak or expand on any part.